name's Abigail Young. I'm 1 year in Orlando. I'm a card-carrying Floridian now. Is there somebody going to flash you when the 5 minutes is up or something? No? I don't know. This is an interesting district. Someone might actually flash me. I'm not sure. I thought the idea of the theme was terrible. I couldn't think of anything that I would want to talk about having to deal with my tweens. I exist in the generation before that word actually existed. But there is this one thing that I really liked. And then I'm like, oh, I can work with that because it's entirely possible to find your entire life purpose in your tweens. When I was 11, I didn't know what acting was. And I knew that there was this chick, Melissa Gilbert, who got to wear braids all the time and run down a hill, like about once a week. And I thought that was super awesome. And I really would like to do that sometime. And I did want to go on this thing called the Mickey Mouse Club. And to do that, you had to be a triple threat. And what I really wanted to be in life was a dancer, but in order to be a professional ballet dancer, what you needed to do was like start dancing when you're like 4, which is something that people that had money for dance lessons when they were 4 could go do. And I was like crushed by like age 6 or something. I have no lace purpose. I'm never going to be a good enough dancer because I will have never been dancing since I was 4, and everybody else you'll be competing against will have been doing that since they were 4, and they're always going to be better than you, and you just may as well give it now. But there was this Mickey Mouse Club thing, and they did dancing and singing, and that thing called acting, they're doing that, and they're having auditions for that, and I didn't do that. My mother was totally going to go along with this idea, and they were going to have auditions in Pittsburgh, and I was going to be completely crushed because I was trying to make up what dancing was, and this is before I learned what improv was, because I couldn't keep the dance straight. I was teaching myself how to dance. I watched these kids on the Mickey Mouse Club do it, and I just couldn't keep the moves, like the same moves, would never execute themselves in the same line, ever. So I gave up, and I didn't go, and my mother knew I wanted to do that, and when we moved to Kentucky, there's a place still there called Bowling Green, Kentucky, and there's a place that still exists called the Bowling Green Theater, Theater on the Square, and they were doing To Kill a Mockingbird, and we had just moved there. I didn't know a damn soul, and there was this horrible thing you had to get put through called elementary school, which to Kentucky meant the kids had all been there from like kindergarten or first grade all the way to 6th. So I popped in like second season of 6th grade, and it was kind of like me and the Honduran kid that was fresh in from Honduras. You know, the visiting one? Yeah. So that was super great. Everybody had already been there for like 6 years and knew each other, and it was going to be impossible to get in any of the cliques at all. So my mom looked at the notice in the paper, and she said, we're going to go do this. And I'm like, oh, okay, great, this will be great. And I had no expectations. There was just this one role that I fit called Scout, which just happened to be the star of the show. And I'm like, it's only me and like these 2 other girls that are going to try and go get it. And I got it. And the experience of I had no idea what acting was. I just did whatever they told me to do, and I was super good at it, except for this one part where you had to talk a whole bunch with Atticus, and we had to run that a couple of times. But it was like falling off a log. It was the best thing I had ever experienced in my whole life, and I'm like, I don't have to be a failed dancer. I can do this acting thing. This is awesome. And I did it because I got a card, too, that has a lot of initials next to it, and I did that. I kept doing it, and I really like it, and I really like entertaining you guys, and that was when I got bit, and that was my life purpose. So I'm My name is Abigail Young. I'm very entertaining, and I am a professional actor. Thank you.